A trend that was witnessed at the concluded provincial council elections was how some young politicians came forward with the people's vote.
One example is Pramita Bandara Tennakoon, who contested the Central Provincial Council election.
The son of Minister Janaka Bandara Tennakoon, Pramita Bandara Tennakoon, contested the Central Provincial Council election from the Mathare district. He commenced his election campaign, putting forward a new journey for the Mathare district.
Today, in most places in our country, there is trading between politicians and voters. They give a chair and secure the vote. The trade is over. They give a piece of cloth and secure the vote. But there is no trading between us. This is a historical bond. This bond is everlasting.
The chairman of the Naula Pradeshya Sabha, Tilak Bandara, also contested the provincial council election under the patronage of the UPFA parliamentarian, who functions as the organizer of the Laggala electorate. From the initiation of the election campaign, various allegations were levelled by Bandara's faction against Pramita Bandara Tennakoon.
He says that this has happened because he is the son of a minister. When something like this happens, we also understand as people in the government, as the chairman of the Pradeshya Sabha, I have been in difficult situations. My supporters are faced with difficult situations. When the vehicle was parked at a house about 100 meters away, Pramita went there and pointed a pistol at the driver. This is recorded in the complaint as well. He had pointed a pistol and slapped him twice. Then this incident occurred. I do not engage in politics with a pistol. Although my father is a cabinet minister, he has never allowed us to work using his powers. My father is the minister, not me. When my father took oaths as the deputy minister, he called us and told us that he was the one taking oaths as a deputy minister, not us. We listened to his words. He said that no position in this country would matter if his children are not brought up properly.
During the election campaign, Pramita Bandara Tennakoon also made revelations regarding the factions levelling allegations against him.
When efforts are being made to turn Sri Lanka into the wonder of Asia, politicians who want to make this the tavern of Asia level such allegations. We have also received reports that for the first time in the history of Sri Lanka, there is a program to make spirits out of rice in the Mathare district. They are trying to drag this country into such an unfortunate situation.
Regardless of the allegations levelled, in the end, the people voted. Pramita Bandara Tennakoon topped the list in the Mathare district with 51,591 preferential votes. Tilak Bandara, the chairman of the Naula Pradeshya Sabha, received 16,247 preferential votes.
The Government Service Trade Union Federation says that the wages of public sector employees should be increased by 25% through the upcoming budget.
Now, the president of the Federation, W.H. Piyadasa, speaking at an event held in Colombo today, pointed out that although wages were increased last year, this was not added to the base salary.
The 22nd Annual General Meeting of the Excise Inspectors Union was held in Colombo today under the auspices of a group of officials including the President of the Government Service Trade Union Federation, W.H. Piyadasa. The public sector had been broadened in terms of numbers. It also had to be broadened in terms of quality. In 2011, wages were increased by 5%. In 2012, wages were increased by 10%. In 2013, it was increased by another 5%. But even that has been hung out. Thereby, we expect that through the upcoming budget, this 20% will be added to our wages. If not, when you retire, you will face serious arrears in your pensions. So this should be done and the wages should be increased by a certain percentage. My request is for 25%. If indirect taxes are reduced, then we will not require a wage hike.
Be completely unpredictable. Make it happen through innovation.
This was the theme of the inaugural Sri Lanka Innovation Summit organized by News First and Echelon magazine, which brought together the country's leading innovators, thinkers and entrepreneurs for an insightful dialogue in Colombo today.
The Sri Lanka Innovation Summit was attended by a large gathering of individuals from various fields in the corporate sector. The summit began with an opening address by Mohan Barara, Group Director and CEO of the Capital Maharaja Organization.
The Capital Maharaja Organization, through its various businesses, media, FMCG, agrochemicals, packaging, etc., connects with almost all Sri Lankans every day. While there may be various definitions of innovation during the course of the deliberations today, in my view, innovation is the way you connect with your customer today that others will do tomorrow.
Chairman of the Echelon magazine, Shana De Silva, also shared his views.
There are 206 NASA scientists, Sri Lankans, working in NASA. Out of 2,500 NASA scientists, 260 come from Sri Lanka. The second biggest contingent of scientists next to India comes from Sri Lanka. So we have the depth, we have the talent.
The first topic of the summit, titled Be Completely Unpredictable, Make It Happen Through Innovation, saw a panel comprising of 5 of Sri Lanka's most recently successful innovators discuss how they disrupted industries. The second session was a conversation titled Drivers of Innovation, held with renowned corporate figures. The Sri Lanka Innovation Summit also brought together the country's most successful brand builders and product innovators to speak about the role of entrepreneurs as innovators and the challenges they face. Innovation to the core, building a sustainable enterprise capability, was a session which focused on the importance of a corporate structure. Nanotechnology in business and the future of the internet were other topics that were discussed at the inaugural Sri Lanka Innovation Summit.
We read a lot of stuff that international entrepreneurs have done and learn from the global business leaders. It was nice to hear the local insights with the constraints that we have in the country and how they foster innovation.
One thing we need in Sri Lanka is awareness, broad-based awareness on the innovation space, which is exactly what this program did today.
It was very interesting to see all these innovators together, people who think differently, who want to do different things in one place. It was energizing, it was wonderful.
Yes FM, Sri Lanka's #1 hit music station, broadcast its shows from 5 different locations in the island today.
This is the first time in Sri Lanka where a radio station broadcasts its shows from 5 different locations in one day. Yes FM is also the first English radio station to be heard in Jaffna.
We've just rewritten history in Sri Lankan radio industry, broadcasting from 5 different locations in Sri Lanka live on one day, and that's what 5 Live is all about.
The shows went on air from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. from Jaffna, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. from Kandy, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. from Galle, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. from Negombo, and from Colombo there onwards.
The 2013 10 Outstanding Young Persons of the Year or TOYP Awards, organised by Junior Chamber International Sri Lanka, was held in Colombo recently amid much pageantry.
10 young persons from various fields and of varied expertise were recognized at the award ceremony for their contributions to society through their exceptional leadership and skills in their respective fields and professions. The High Commissioner of the United Kingdom in Sri Lanka, John Rankin, was the chief guest at the event.
Tonight is about recognising more such outstanding young persons of Sri Lanka. I hope that what they have achieved will act as an inspiration to others now and in the future.
In order to create a lasting positive change, we must improve ourselves and the world around us by seeking targeted solutions to the unique problems in our communities to build a better world. I would like to take this opportunity in congratulating the winners who have shown exceptional leadership qualities in their chosen fields and had the passion to act.
Venerable Dr. Aluthrawa Soraththera, the chief incumbent of the Kirivihara Rajamahavihara in Kataragama, passed away today.
The Venerable Thera, who also served as the Chancellor of the Uva University and as the Chief Sanganayaka of Ruhunu Magampattua, was 71 years old at the time of his passing.
Born on the 5th of April 1943 in Aluthrawa, Venerable Aluthrawa Soraththera was ordained as a monk on the 8th of November 1957. A student of the Vidya Lankara and Vidyoda Pirivenas, Soraththera later received his Master of Arts and Doctorate degrees from the Vidyoda University. In appreciation of the service rendered by him to the Sasanaya, the Mahasangha Council of the Malwata chapter awarded the position of Chief Sanganaya of Runa Magampattua to Venerable Dr. Alutava Sorathatera on the 24th of December 2003.
Also on a somber note, the former Chief Minister of the North Central Province, Bertie Premalal Dissanayake, passed away this afternoon.
59-year-old Bertie Premalal Dissanayake, who had been suffering from an illness for several days, passed away this afternoon while receiving treatment at a private hospital in Colombo. Born on the 15th of July 1954, Bertie Premalal Dissanayake was the eldest of 5 siblings. He entered active politics in 1972 and under the guidance of late Prime Minister Sirimavo Bandaranayake was appointed as the organizer of the Kalavav electorate. He was elected to Parliament from the Anuradhapur electorate in 1989. An active member of the People's Alliance government that came into power in 1994, Bertie Premalal Dissanayake held the positions of Deputy Minister of Industrial Development and Cabinet Minister of Social Services. In 1999, he resigned from Parliament and contested the North Central Provincial Council election and won, subsequently taking oaths as the Chief Minister of the province. Bertie Premalal Dissanayake was a father of 4 children, including the Minister of Education Services, Duminda Dissanayake.
The body of the late Ganapathy Pillai Shanmugalingam, a veteran administrative service official and consultant, is currently lying at his residence on Ramakrishna Road in Vallavatta.
Shanmugalingam also served as a consultant to the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited.
Ganapathy Pillai Shanmugalingam was born on the 2nd of October 1937 in Achuveli, Jaffna. A product of Saraswati College in Achuveli and Somaskanda College, Puttur, Shanmugalingam obtained his bachelor's degree in London. He obtained a law degree from the University of Colombo and entered the administrative service after passing the administrative service examination. Shanmugalingam served as the Assistant Director of Finance and Planning at the Jaffna District Secretariat and also held a number of responsible positions in the administrative service of Sri Lanka. Shanmugalingam, who served as chairman of the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation and the Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation, was also a member of the Board of Directors of Milco, Bank of Ceylon and the Coconut Development Board. He was 76 years old at the time of his demise. The final rites are to be performed the day after tomorrow at the public cemetery in Buralla.
Also in local news, a businessman was killed in a shooting in the Blumendal area in Colombo this evening. The deceased has been identified as a businessman from Kusumawatha in Blumendal, a 54-year-old father of 2.
A group that arrived in a car had shot at the businessman and fled. The body of the deceased is currently lying at the Colombo National Hospital and police investigations are underway.
Moving on to news from the sporting arena, the Australian team taking part in the Tri-Nations Indoor Cricket Tournament arrived in the island today. An international indoor cricket tournament was last organised in Sri Lanka, incidentally, in 2004.
The game is to be played at the Thalawatthagura Indoor Stadium, will be telecast on MTV Sports.
The tournament is titled the ICL Indoor Cricket League. The Tri-Nation Indoor Cricket Tournament will be played between Australia, India and host Sri Lanka. The Australian team is headed by Lyle Tursky. The tournament consists of 17 matches and is due to commence on the 2nd of next month. The Sri Lanka team is captained by Krishanta Piris and Dilshan Vitarana is his deputy. India is due to arrive in the island on Sunday for the Tri-Nation Indoor Cricket Tournament.
And with that, we conclude today's Primetime News Bulletin. For the News First team, I'm Shanali De Silva.
And I'm Nadim Majid, but before we leave you tonight, here's a look at the forecasted weather conditions for some of the key towns and cities in the island tomorrow. Good night and good luck.
First at 9.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.